What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to today's Mundo Sporto watch-along. The league leaders Manchester City take on Spurs in what has been a very entertaining game over the last few seasons, so hopefully it lives up to it today. As you can probably imagine from my start here, folks, I am playing catch-up, so bear with me. Bear with me as I just get the chat sorted out, and then we'll be good to go. We'll go to the starting 11s, and I hope that you're all having a better weekend than us Liverpool fans, whoever's tuning in. Again, I really appreciate you guys giving up your time. Should be a good game, this, in all fairness. Manchester City running away with the league, it looks like, at this point, and all we can do as Liverpool fans is just sit back and watch as it happens, and it hurts. But look, let's go through the starting 11s for this game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off with the home side. So Manchester City have gone with Ederson in goal, Cancelo, John Stones, Laporte and Zinchenko as the back four. Bernardo Silva, Rodri and Gundogan comes into the middle. Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Phil Foden, who is in cracking form. You've got to give credit to that young man. He really has had a fantastic season this season so far for Manchester City. For Spurs, it's Hugo Lloris. Tanganga comes in on the right side of the defence. Davinson Sanchez, Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Then it's Højbjerg, Ndombele, Lamela, Lucas Moura, Son and Harry Kane. So, you know, we could be in for a decent game here, folks. Let me just get my audio levels sorted out. 1 second. Get this old microphone a bit closer to me. Sorry. I didn't realise it was still over the other side of the room practically. Bear with me 1 second, folks. I'm just going to sort out my audio and then we should be good to go. Yeah, how are we? Look, man, it hurts, doesn't it? Right now, being a Liverpool fan, it hurts. But I've got to push that aside. I've got to be neutral. I've got to sit here and go through this game and give you guys my honest opinion on it and play-by-play commentary as always. It's it sucks right now to be us. But look, concentrating on this game, genuinely, it should be. I just need to fix this camera or mic for a little bit. It should be a really entertaining game. This one. I'm just trying to balance. I have my microphone on a table. I'm just trying to balance it to make sure that everything doesn't fall over here on top of me. Look, this should be a cracker. It has been in recent years. Manchester City have had problems with Spurs and had problems with VAR incidents, and I'm interested to see how Mourinho goes about this job today. Like, if he sits back and just invites pressure from Manchester City, we know he's asking for trouble because Manchester City are going to maintain most of the possession throughout the game regardless. They're going to pin Spurs back at times, and let's see if that wonder duo of Son and Kane that is linked up so well for Spurs this season can produce today on another big occasion. And it's very difficult to do this to him because from my perspective, people have already asked me on Twitter, who do I want to win and stuff. And normally, of course, I'd be sitting here saying I don't care, but I kind of do this time. I mean, I'm going to call the games fair and square, but as much as it pains me to say it, a Manchester City win is probably a better result for Liverpool fans right now. And we're in a top four race and not a title race. And it is as simple as that. And we need clubs around us to be dropping points. And City aren't around us at this point. They're a good bit above us. So, you know, the honest answer is it would probably suit us better if Manchester City got the win. But, you know, I will call it neutrally. And I will give you guys my fair opinion on the game as I always do. Do I think footballers should do more for a society like Rashford? Again, I'm the first one and more than happy to always praise the amazing work that Marcus Rashford has done and is doing. But I think it depends on the individual footballers, mate. I mean, I like the fact that they're speaking up now against the abuse that they and other people are receiving online. And look, they do have a platform and it's up to each individual footballer how comfortable they feel using that platform. Some people are quiet family men, some people are more outspoken, some people are far more able to communicate their emotions better, and I think it's up to each individual person. But look, again, as always, nothing but respect for Rashford and what he's done, man. The battle to feed hungry kids, that's he's quality. You know, I've nothing negative to say about Rashford in that scenario whatsoever. Right, ladies and gents, let me just make sure I've got the clock and all ready to go on this one. What are your predictions for this, ladies and gents? How do you feel it's going to go? Craig, it's so bad now. I'm a United fan, and now for a title race. Yeah, I put a £500 charity bet on with a Manchester United fan earlier on in the season to say Liverpool will finish ahead of Manchester United. And look, it looks like I'm going to be paying out £500 to charity at the end of the season. And look, it's for charity. I mean, if I have to hand over £500 to someone, a charity is happy days, like, to do that. I've no problem. I mean, £500 going to hurt, but giving that to a charity, I mean, you know, that's the only upside of it. But yeah, it's tough. But look, we'll concentrate on this game today. What have we got? 4-0 City, said Janelle Walk-Alone 96. Rayan's gone 3-1 City. Suxi's gone 3-1 City. Liverpool for life 3-2 City. Adam Doyle 2-0 City. Jeremy Kinsley, how are you, buddy? A die-hard Spurs fan in the chat. Always lovely to see you win, pal. Hope that you're doing well and hope you're enjoying the weekend. Although I may ask you that question again in a couple of hours, buddy, because, you know, I was enjoying the weekend for about 70 minutes today and then it all went to tits up. The family and I are well, thank you, Alfie. Yeah, we're doing good, mate. I mean, obviously my weekend's now ruined from that Liverpool result, but other than that, can't complain, man. Life's not too bad. Again, hope you enjoy the channel, folks. If you are, you can see we're inching towards 12k on here. We have so much fun stuff coming up over the next few weeks. Lots of watch-alongs. We're going to be doing a load of them in conjunction with One Football, who aren't actually sponsoring today's one, but we have agreed a deal with One Football for the next 10 watch-alongs or so on the channel. So again, thank you to those guys for coming in and helping us out a bit. And look, yeah, it's good times at the minute content-wise, but it's awful times being a Liverpool fan. It's I mean, yeah, the channel's getting lots of views, but I tell you what, I'd swap every single one of those views for points in the league without a minute's hesitation. Yeah, this genuinely is a game I'm really intrigued to sit back and watch as a neutral. Please don't Spurs it up and at least draw. We need City to drop points. Must be a United fan. Because us Liverpool fans, I think, are beyond even trying to catch up with City at this point. We're in a top 4 battle, man. So I can imagine. What have we got? I'm a Liverpool fan. We've been trashed since Christmas, mate. Look, it's been a shit season. There's no two ways. There's no denying it. Like we went from 5-point lead at the top of the Premier League to. And it's up to the lads to turn it around. But look, again, we're here today to talk about Manchester City taking on Spurs. And as always, I'm looking forward to it. I'll take you through the game play by play and we'll see where we are. It should be a cracker, this one, though, in all honesty. I mean, it has the hallmarks of a goal fest. I hope I haven't jinxed that for anyone. But yeah, so again, let me know your predictions in the chat as always, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you being here with us. Don't be asking me for top 4 predictions today, please. Of all days, like, this is not the day I'm going to be answering top 4 predictions because I'm scared to give one, to be quite honest. Top 6 predictions, that's just as bad, mate. I'm steering clear of any predictions at this point in time. We'll get past Leipzig, I believe. George, I hope so, man. I hope so. I mean, it might be a refreshing change of pace, but look, we'll cover that on Tuesday, buddy. I've also, as you guys know, well, you may not know, the Irish guy from HRTC Sport, I'm going to be interviewing him during the week. That'll be going up on Anfield Agenda. Who else? I've got Togden and Togdad. They're going to be coming on for a chat as well at some point in the next couple of weeks at Anfield Agenda. So, again, life's good at the minute, folks. And if Liverpool could just turn things around and get going in the right direction, life would be almost perfect. But you know, it sucks at the minute being a Liverpool fan, but you know, you got to roll with the punches. Take the wins, take the losses and move on. Would I drop Alisson against Leipzig? Oh, it's a tough question, that, man. In the post-match show, I kind of intimated a possibility of doing it, but no, I don't think I would, in all honesty, man. I don't think I would. I just tell him to just go back to basics, do you know what I mean? But look, that's for another day. We're here today to talk about Spurs taking on Manchester City at the Etihad. Or excuse me, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. My apologies. Or is it? It's at City's ground. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting confused. I seen a shot at the top of the stadium. Got confused. At the Etihad, of course it is. I'm just still traumatized from that match earlier on. What have we got? If Thiago's world class, should not be able to adapt to any team in any league. No, it's not that simple, mate. Look, Thiago was shite today. I'll be the first one to say that. He was awful, gave the ball away way too much, but there are mitigating circumstances. Apart from the fact he's coming to a new league, he hasn't once played with the midfield that he was brought in to play with. But look, it's not an excuse. I'm genuinely just answering your question. He was terrible today. I've no defence for him or some of the players. First 70, I thought we were good, but after that, it just fell apart. And we capitulated. It's as simple as. Right, here we go. Mourinho's there greeting the Manchester City coaching staff as they come out. Players are out onto the pitch at the Etihad. And ladies and gents, sit back because this should be a belter of a game. It should be really good fun. And hopefully we're in for a goal fest. Okay, Corey said, "All right, Craig, big City fan, very nervous for this, and Liverpool will come back stronger. Happened to us last season. Head up." Oh, look, mate, I believe we will come back. Absolutely, I'm not somebody who's a doom merchant. I understand. I like to think. I hope I understand what's going on right now. But yeah, it happened to you guys last season, as you said. And look, you've come back strong this season, and credit where it's due. Do I think that City winning run will come to an end today? You know, my gut says no, City are going to win the game, but Spurs have had their number in recent past, so that's why I'm intrigued. But look, if I was putting a bet on, which I haven't, I would bet for a Manchester City win in this game. But I'm intrigued, definitely intrigued. I'm delighted to be on here and watching it. From a Liverpool point of view, we want City to win. I would say yes. I would say yes, mate, honestly, because you know the title race is over, and you know City and United's business at the minute to worry about a title race. For us, we need a top four race, and yeah, Spurs dropping points will definitely help us. De Niro HQ was going for a 3-3 draw, mate. I'd have a lovely evening sitting back and watching 6 goals if that happened. 3-1 to City, said Just Gurin. Again, I think that's a good shout, mate. I got to give massive credit this season to Phil Foden. It must be very difficult for Foden, having come through at City. Everyone knows what a talent the lad is. You had David Silva there ahead of you, and then David Silva obviously has moved on to pastures new, and he has really started to blossom this season, and he really, really is a damn fine young footballer. I mean, I'm not somebody who hates on people for nothing. He's a very, very talented footballer, and to see him take the step up like he has this season, he deserves credit for it. As of course does Guardiola for the way he's managed them and kept them hungry and brought them through. But yeah, I just don't want, from the neutral's perspective, I just don't want this to be a Mourinho sitting back and soaking it up and hoping for the best game. But I'm interested to see how it goes. We're about to get underway at the Etihad anyway, ladies and gentlemen. As always, the players will take a knee once the referee blows his whistle, and then we'll get underway, and I'll take you through the game, which should hopefully be a cracker. Someone said Foden's the clear best youngster in the league. He's definitely up there. I mean, he's definitely the most high profile. I'd probably agree with you. I'm going a long-winded way of probably agreeing with you, to be fair, mate. I mean, for us, Curtis Jones is coming through. For United, they've obviously got Mason Greenwood coming through for them. But yeah, Phil Foden's having a fantastic season and deserves all the accolades he gets. Right, we're underway. The ball goes back. Dyer takes a touch, does the decent thing, launches it long out right hand side looking for Harry Kane. Ball bounces, Laporte behind it, puts his left foot through and launches it long. Again, don't forget folks, please feel free, whack in your predictions for the game into the chat. Please put the letter P or something after it just to let us know it is a prediction. Billy the Kid's gone 5-1 to City. Foden on the ball now, right hand side. He goes back. City more than happy to go from front to back to front, trying to move teams around, get them out of position. They are very good at dragging teams out of position, to be fair. Ball across now, left hand side. Just check one thing. Zinchenko. Spurs have it now at Mora, and Lucas tried to pick out Harry Kane, but it was about 10 yards too far ahead of him and came to nothing. Been to be fair again, Walter, we're handing out credit this season. It's been a bit of it's weird to say breakthrough, but it's definitely been a season where John Stones has stepped up his game. And I genuinely wonder if not having the fans in the stadium has taken some pressure off his shoulders, because, you know, he's formed a very good partnership here, and obviously there's Diaz there as well. And Manchester City, it looks like they finally got that centre-back situation sorted out. Gabriel Jesus now to Phil Foden, right hand side. Foden cuts back in. Gives the ball back to Jesus. He goes out wide right. Cancelo. Ball in behind to Foden. Foden wins a corner for Manchester City. Spurs players were appealing for offside, but linesman never flagged, and it's a corner to Manchester City. Ball in. Oof, it's over the bar. Goal kick to Spurs. Rodrigo it was who got on the end of that corner. Let's see if today, I don't know if Spurs fans in the chat, I know you're there, Jeremy. I did feel that in the FA Cup game during the week against Everton that Lloris could have done a little bit better on a couple of those goals, but what a game that was. I mean, Jack Gill was covering it here on the channel for us, and it was a mad old game of football, wasn't it? Laporte goes out to Zinchenko. Zinchenko to Sterling. Laporte. Zinchenko. And by the way, what form, what an amazing vein of form that Gundogan is in as well. Like, we always knew Gundogan was a quality player, but this season he really seems to have just stepped it up another level. It's almost like being Manchester City's, I won't say talisman, but certainly being a real leader for them on the pitch. Dyer heads it down. Højbjerg. Good pressure here. Davinson Sanchez forced to play behind Tanganga. Rodri heads it. Lucas Moura has it now. Spurs have a chance to counter-attack. There's space for them here on the left if they can get the ball to Son right. And he delayed it too long. Lamela delayed that far too long, and Son was struggling to, one, stay onside, and two, keep the angle. City now have it. They've worked it out left-hand side to Zinchenko. To Raheem Sterling. Back to Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Ball out right hand side. Foden. Rodri. Or Cancelo, excuse me, I got my numbers mixed up. Ball over the top to Phil Foden. Again, he found space in behind. Cuts inside. Rolls the ball back to Jesus, but it was good defending there. And Spurs clear their lines. Again, it looked like there was going to be a little tap. But good work from Phil Foden down this right hand channel yet again. He's had a bright start to this game as well. Really does look like a young man that is just blossoming into it. If you're an England fan, and you've got the Euros coming up, there's a lot of young talent there at Gareth Southgate's disposal, and there'll be some tough decisions for him ahead of the Euros. Bernardo Silva now. He cuts inside on his left foot, rolls it across to Rodri. Rodri to Zinchenko. Zinchenko out left-hand side to Raheem Sterling. Gives it into Zinchenko. He's dispossessed. Lucas Moura tries to win it back, but Rodri steps in and wins it back for City. Laporte. Back out to Raheem Sterling. Zinchenko. Rodri. Nice ball between the lines to João Cancelo. Back out to Zinchenko. Even though I know De Bruyne is injured, every time I see Zinchenko I think it's Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm sure a lot of people probably, have seen the similarities, but I always just get confused for a second. Foden. Brings it down, runs into the penalty area, right hand side, pulls it back. Little interception there from Son, but already João Cancelo's back there, wins the ball back for Manchester City, and they regroup and they'll start another attack. Zinchenko. Gundo, I think it's Gundogan. The camera angle is about 50 metres in the sky, so I had no idea. Sterling. Good harassing there from the Spurs right back, Tanganga, who's you probably know, just breaking through as well over the last year or so, and I've seen a few interviews with him. So he's a very nice fella. Harry Kane now goes past a couple of players, left hand channel. Harry Kane eventually runs straight into João Cancelo, who dispossesses him. City give it now to Bernardo Silva. Silva under a little bit of pressure plays it out to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte to Zinchenko. Silva. Rodri really is a big monster of a fella, isn't he? Like, he really is a big lad in the centre of that midfield. Cancelo. Or Cancelo, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it, but João. Ball across now to Aymeric Laporte. Zinchenko. Still Zinchenko. Cuts inside into his left foot. Tries a little back heel, but Gundogan hadn't continued his run. And you could see the disappointment on Zinchenko's face because he also had Raheem Sterling available to his left. Again, Lucas Moura thought he had the ball, but Rodri steps in, nicks it back off him, and City have it back. It looks like it is going to be Spurs sitting back and trying to spring counters as and when they can. But what I would, if I'm a Spurs fan, what I would want Spurs to be doing here as well is, oh, here we go, hang on, Gabriel Jesus. Ball out left hand side to Gundogan. Gundogan cuts in on his right foot. Lovely ball to Jesus. Strike, it's blocked. Still Gabriel Jesus. Another strike that's blocked. Now Lamela has it for Spurs. Lucas Moura's fouled. What I would want to see if I'm a Spurs fan is, yeah, okay, you're going to have to sit back and take some pressure, but you want to press them to be right, and you want to try and create chaos if you can in that Manchester City backline by pressing them into mistakes. And yeah, you do have to be careful as and when you press, but you can't just sit back and allow them onto you. So I'm sure Mourinho's worked on this, and you know, Manchester City are very good at stopping counter attacks as well with some tactical fouls. And look, that's part of the game. I'm not belittling them for that. The rules are the same for everyone. If their players get booked, they get booked. And I'm just trying to give a perspective on, if I was a Spurs fan, what I'd like to see here from that Spurs team. Because you know you're not going to have the ball for a lot of the game. Lamela now. Ball back across to Eric Dyer. Good run this. Oh, blocked. Joseph, do you honestly just think, are you one of these fans, mate, that thinks every United player is the best United player ever in the history of football, mate? Because I've already heard senior David De Gea shout. Now we're going for Aaron Wan-Bissaka being the best right back. Anything else, mate? Do we want to give a shout out for any other United players before I get sick of reading your comments, or are we okay to go? We good? We just save you time, Joseph, and just go with you. And all your players are the best in the world, mate. Will that stop this nonsense? Rodri. As you can see, I'm being completely unbiased here, mate. So coming in, having a pop at me as a Liverpool fan, wrong channel. Come on to Anfield Agenda and have that pop. On here, I call the game straight down the middle, and I try and be respectful to all teams. Foden burst into the penalty area, but that's some good defending by Davies. Ball up the line again, but John Stones has it back for Manchester City. Plays it across to Laporte. Stones. Ball back across again to Laporte. Back with Zinchenko. Switched across again to John Stones. Press comes from Harry Kane, but again, good work between the lines there. But the final ball, just as I say that, the final ball from City lets them down. And Ben Davies hooks it straight to Gabriel Jesus. He rolls it back to Foden. Cancelo. Bursts down to the side. Gets a cross in. It's hooked away by Spurs and then cleared again by Son. But again, it's going to be coming straight back at them. Bernardo Silva with a little flick round the side. Foden tries a ball down the line, but didn't go out. Didn't go as he planned. I think it's fair to say. Goes behind for a Spurs goal kick. I get it's an opinion, Joseph, mate, and I've got no problem with your opinions, but they seem to be all just Manchester United players being the best in their positions in the world, and we'll just agree that you have your perspective, pal. It's all good, but it gets a bit boring just reading the same spammed comments, mate, type of thing over and over. No, not a pop at you at all for your opinions, mate. You're entitled to them, but can we just try and focus on the game and, you know, have a bit of chat around what's going on the pitch, me mate. That's all I'm asking for. Zinchenko, Gundogan, Rodri, Stones, João Cancelo, Foden, back inside again to Cancelo. Look at the space Sterling has on the left. I thought he found them. It was intercepted. Now Spurs have a chance to counter. Can I get an opinion, by the way, on Eric Lamela from the chat, ladies and gents? Because I don't get it. I don't see it. And again, I could be missing something. Just as I say that now, City are on the attack in the penalty area with Sterling. Cuts back onto his right foot. Silva across the box, good defending. And Spurs start again with Højbjerg. Lamela gets lucky this time. Eric Lamela, but I get lucky, I mean he slipped, got back up and got the ball. I didn't mean to be slagging the lad. Ball back across now. Mora to Kane. He goes down, gets a free kick on the edge of the penalty area, and I'm saying nothing. Carl said, Craig does an amazing job and deserves all the success. Mate, look, it's been a mad few weeks, mate. It's the channel's flying. I'm very grateful for it. I'm extremely humbled by all the support and stuff, but I'm just a normal dude, like I always say. I just love football. And I appreciate that though, Carl. Thank you. Alright, Joseph, now that I get that. That's banter, man. Well played, Joseph. Lamela's the fair play, pal. You made me smile with that one. No, genuinely. Oh, I like that, man. That's good banter. Well played. Genuine opinions on it, though, because I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. Harry Kane here over the free kick as well as Lamela. It's a goal, 20 yards out? Shot from Kane. Oh, he's rattled the bar. He's gone full on Trent. Ball back across. Oh, it was unlucky from Kane. It was a great strike. Ederson was beating all ends up and he's rattled the bar. Oh, that is, I suppose actually, that is very unlucky from Kane. That was a very well struck free kick. Oh, it's a good strike that from Kane. Like Trent's earlier on that rattled the bar as well. And yeah, it was a good strike. There's some very good set piece takers in the Premier League, isn't there? Bald Irish Liverpool fan covers match against small teams. Brilliant, mate. It's hilarious. You're genuinely, mate. That's the most witty comment I've ever had in my life. Jesus, you're brilliant. Now, do you want me to have a go? Can we have a go back at you? Johnny Nobody, who won't even use his real name and hides behind a bullshit name, comes on, slags off YouTuber that will have more success than Joe will ever have for absolutely no reason. Because of what? Because you're a bitter little fuck, mate? Is that the problem? Were you smacked as a child, or were you not breastfed, or I don't know what the problem is there, mate, but honest to God, I give up with you lads, honestly. I'm in here being as impartial as possible and still getting abused by sad little twats for no reason. But I'll move on, and I hope you you just get rid of this pettiness, mate, at some point. What have we got? Almost a 12k. On here, almost a 12k. Anfield Agenda hit 75k today. Very grateful for that as well. Sterling now, left hand side for City. What have you got now? You come and insult us. I didn't insult anybody, Ryan. Ball at left side to Zinchenko. 15 minutes gone. Cheers, Ryan. Yeah, I know, Andrew. 25k away from 100. I can't believe it, mate. Honestly, I'm pinching myself with how lucky we are that the channel's grown to that size. As a Liverpool fan, a City win would be better tonight. I agree, Patrick, mate. And yeah, it is the better result for us. But 15 minutes gone here at the Etihad, and it's still Manchester City 0, Spurs 0. Harry Kane rattled the post for City, for Spurs with a good free kick. And Manchester City, as you'd expect, have been dominating possession, but have yet to really work. Hugo Lloris. Son. He's dispossessed by Foden. Foden's then fouled. That'll be a free kick to Manchester City. But 10 yards inside the Spurs half right hand side. Adam said, Craig, have you heard that Togden asked Robbie from AFTV on a prediction show and he came back and said, pay me? Mate, I don't know what to say to that because I don't know Robbie. I've done one video with him and I don't know him, and I wouldn't want to judge anybody else. All I can say is for me, it was a good opportunity when I did the prediction show. I'm at a different point in my career, so you know I won't judge anybody else for the decisions, mate. I don't know what to say about it, mate. It's not really my place. What I will say is I enjoyed doing the predictions, and I'm looking forward to having Togden and his dad Togdad on the channel for a chat, and they're very nice people. But again, I don't know how busy Robbie is or isn't or whatever. I mean, I'm not at that level, if you know, where I have representatives or at, or people that are managing me. So I can answer quickly for myself when somebody asks me if I can do something or not. What's my prediction for Leipzig? God, mate, at this point I'm almost afraid to give one. But again, let's focus on City Spurs here. Oh, the Klopp out talk, Carl. If anyone's in that stuff, man, it's ridiculous. I'm not in. It'll take me a hell of a lot more to ever get into that camp. I can tell you, I idolise that man, and my heart breaks from see what he's going through at the minute personally, and you can see the toll it's taken on him. So you know, as always, I love the manager. Back now with Rodri, little burst forward from him. Bernardo Silva, Zinchenko, Sterling, little 1-2. Ball back to Rodri. He switches it across to John Stones. Someone says Goldbridge better than AFTV. You get my vote on that one, Joseph. I would agree with you on that. Goldbridge is a legend, and rightly so, and somebody who I'm proud to call a friend. And yeah, I'll be as happy for everybody, or as everybody, when Mark and the United stand, and Roddy and KG and the whole team, when they reach 1 million. I will be as happy for them as anybody, because I know the work that those guys put in. And again, the AFTV lads deserve their views as well. All the work these lads put in, all the years of graft, they deserve it to pay off for them. Kane. Lamella. Son's available, but he chooses not to use him. Cuts back inside, waits for support. It's good play by Lamella to free up Højbjerg. Højbjerg tries the ball into Son that wasn't on, but it breaks right hand side again for Spurs. Press from City forces them back though to Eric Dyer. Dyer out left hand side. Son's dispossessed now by Cancelo, but Spurs win it straight back. Ray Bryan said Troops and Claude are the best. I've actually had the pleasure of filming with Troops in person, and he was, I tell you, I had a great day with him. He was a lovely lad. Did a shoot with him in London last year. Top fella, funny as fuck, and spent the whole day. I've done a few videos with Claude as well, and Claude's an absolute gent, and I've nothing but nothing but good things to say about either of those fellas, to be honest. Absolutely. Troops have you in stitches. Great fun. Sterling, again, good run. Goes down but gets straight back up and keeps possession. Gabriel Jesus, couple of step overs from him. Back to Sterling. Sterling looking for the angle for a shot, gives it to Gundogan. Nothing on for him, so he goes back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko now out left hand side. Again, I think this is going to be a corner. There's an injury, I think, to Gundogan. I think, are they checking for a penalty here? I think they're checking for a penalty, folks. I'm not... Gundogan's down, and hopefully he's okay. You never want to see a player get injured. Let's have a look. Tough to say from that angle. Here we go. Maybe this one will be better. He definitely kicked him on his right ankle. Now, if it's judged to be enough for a penalty or not, ain't my decision, but there was definitely contact on Gundogan's right ankle from Højbjerg. Just blocked the toilet right up. Any top tips? Yeah, say it wasn't you. Leg it and say it wasn't you, pal. It has been given. It is a penalty. Well, it looks like it's been given. Rodri this time stepping up to take the penalty for Manchester City. Ederson wanted to pop it by the looks of it. Love it. Actually, I used to take penalties as a goalkeeper, believe it or not, when I played for my team. Yeah, we know City have had some trouble with penalties this season. Obviously, Gundogan missed one against us. They've missed a couple. This time it's Rodri that's stepping up to take the penalty. Bernardo Silva just having a little word with him. And look, there was contact on the ankle. You could see it in the challenge, and it is a penalty now to Manchester City. Rodri about to take it. Imagine Ederson taking it. I love seeing goalkeepers taking penalties. Anyway, it's Rodri. Steps up. Oh, it's a goal, but Lloris got a strong hand to it and it just crept in. So it is Manchester City 1, Spurs 0, but I tell you what, Lloris got a strong hand to that. It was well placed in the corner as well. Let's have another look. Oh, I tell you what, it wasn't as well placed as I thought. You've got to be... If you're a goalkeeper there, you've got to be disappointed you didn't keep that out. It hits off this part of his arm and goes up into the net. You'd want a stronger hand on that if you're Lloris. But it is 1-0 to Manchester City anyway, so let me just change the score. Oh, you've got to, yeah. I've been in those positions as a keeper when you get a hand on something you feel you could have maybe done better with it, and again, he guessed the right way, but maybe there was just too much power on it from Rodri and it's 1-0 to Manchester City. But I think he should have kept it out, to be fair. But again, that wasn't a dig at City. That was just me as a former keeper myself, just making an observation. And Ndombele now goes for a little run, but he's dispossessed. And then Spurs have won it straight back. Bernardo Silva gave it away. It's Harry Kane now. Gives it to Son in this left channel. Ball across from him. Still Son. He's looking for support. The press from Foden in Manchester City and Gabriel Jesus in particular pushes Spurs back inside their own half. Now it's Højbjerg and here comes the press from Gundogan. Again, a proper press done well. It is a thing of beauty to behold and very difficult to play against. But in saying that, fair play here. Spurs have broken through a couple of challenges and then Zinchenko steps across with a, let's just say, professional foul. And it's a free kick to Spurs. Lamela it will be, I think. And Lamela and Son both standing over this. Looks too far out for a shot, if I'm being honest with you. It's about 35 yards out, maybe, at a guess. Hello to everyone that's just joining us, by the way. Lovely to have you in. It's been cleared by Manchester City. They start to counter-attack now. Gabriel Jesus, he has his feet taken under him. That'll be at least a yellow for Lamela. Lamela shocked as he got the ball, but looked like it was studs up to me. But again, we'll wait and see a replay. And the referee seems fine to just give a free kick at this moment in time. So let's see a replay of it. It was a drag back from Jesus. I know, to be fair, I wouldn't... Lamela got the ball and went through the man, but it wasn't studs up like I thought, to be fair to him. It's a free kick. I think a free kick's a fair decision there. Of course Anfield Agenda's a mod. It's our channel, man. We own the two channels. Of course it's a mod. Connor, did you know I used to be a keeper, Connor? Did you know that? I don't talk about it much, mate. Somebody said they would have guessed I was a centre forward. I'll tell you the truth. I played for the team a year above me as well, because we played Saturdays, they played Sundays, and I often, when I played for them, played left wing because I'm a left footer. But no, goalkeeper was my position. Just Connor didn't know that, by the way. It's the first time he's ever heard it. Rodri, ball out to Zinchenko. Foden, back to Zinchenko. Rodri. Who's controlling AA? Connor. Connor's running that, mate. I don't have time to be putting in comments when I'm doing a watch along, mate, let alone, type as quickly as Crosby does. City try a long ball over the top, but it goes all the way through to Hugo Lloris. Jeez, Crosby's on his own account as well. Look at him. He's everywhere. Getting those viewing figures up, man. Good man. Rodri. Good tackle. Spurs have space now. Lamela, oh look, he forgets the ball. Then plays it behind Kane, who's dispossessed. The Manchester City will mount another counter. Work it out left hand side. Foden this time forgets the ball and Tanganga takes it off him. Lucas Moura. Oh, the referee had to let him play on. He turned the defenders inside out, but the ref pulls it back for a free kick to Spurs. Dyer. To Højbjerg. Sanchez. Dyer. Little Scoopy dink out left hand side to Ben Davies. Little 1-2 from him. And again another foul. Referee's getting fed up with this now. I think that he's coming across to give Bernardo Silva a yellow. I mean, there has been a lot of counter-attacking fouls, which is, you know, it's a style of the way City play, and I understand it. And, you know, if it's my team, I'd be saying, yep, take one for the team, stop a counter-attack. So I'm not slagging it off, but, you know, it is a yellow. Why is a United fan a moderator? Because this isn't a Liverpool channel, mate. It's as simple as that. We have fans from all clubs on here. This is not a Liverpool channel. This is a sports channel. So when we were talking about it, we decided that we need moderators from a few different clubs to have a balanced perspective. The channel needs to be bias free, and we try and keep it that way. So we thought it only fair that we have a few moderators from different clubs just to make sure that the chat is kept fair. Kane now for Spurs. Oh, sorry, I didn't get the JK part, man. I thought we were addressing somebody, buddy. Sorry. This is me being old. Dyer. Ball up the line to Son. But it is a fair question, and you're not, you know, I know you were joking, but a few people have asked it, and it's just we want the channel to have integrity. Sanchez. Lovely ball between the lines now. Ndombele. Little 1-2 with Lamela. Højbjerg. Son. Slips, but Davies is available. Son. Good footwork from Son. Manages to keep possession. Højbjerg. And then Son gives it straight to Manchester City, and Gabriel Jesus starts an attack, but Eric Dyer with a well-timed challenge, but it breaks to Phil Foden. Gundogan. Rodri. Ball out right hand side to Cancelo. Inside now, Bernardo Silva. It's opening up a bit. Silva, strike, it's blocked again. Great defender there from Davinson Sanchez. That looked like it was destined for the back of the net when Bernardo Silva cut back onto his left foot, but a great last ditch challenge from Davinson Sanchez allows Spurs to now start to counter. Son, left channel. Cuts in. Tries to pick out Kane at the far post, but it was straight to Zinchenko, who heads it on. And Gabriel Jesus now gallops forward. Look at Zinchenko. Look at the determination there to get round the outside from the young man. You've got to applaud that. I mean, that's Andy Robertson-esque. 1 minute he's heading the ball from his own box, and then 10 seconds later he's on the overlap helping out his team in attack. Gundogan. Foden. Ball flashed across from him. Dyer clears it, and I think it'll go out for a throw in to City left hand side. "14 minutes to go with the Etihad. Manchester City 1, Spurs 0. That goal came via a penalty dispatched by Rodri, which Hugo Lloris got a hand to, and if you're being honest, probably should have done a bit better when he got down to it. Any watch-alongs tomorrow? What day is tomorrow? Sunday. Yeah, I'm sure I've got one in the books tomorrow, mate. One sec, let me just double check. I have to check the list. I'll tell you now in 2 seconds, pal. Yeah, Arsenal Leeds. I'm going to do Arsenal Leeds tomorrow on Mundo Sporto. throw in here to City right hand side. I am trying to spread it around so we can cover as many clubs as possible. I know some people are asking. I was doing an awful lot of United games, but they are our great rivals, and we do have some good banter. And United fans have been quite nice and kind to me, so I'm trying to be fair again and switch around the games a bit. So today it's Spurs or City Spurs. Tomorrow it'll be Arsenal Leeds, so should be an interesting game, that one as well. Free kick here to Manchester City, and Ndombele fell Gabriel Jesus. Again, right hand side, very far out, nowhere near shooting range. Would I do the United game? No, we had hoped that Jack Gill was going to be able to do that game, but something came up last minute, so we made the decision that we just do the one game and that we do the Arsenal Leeds game just to freshen it up and try and rotate the clubs that we do games of. Gundogan over this free kick gives a little bit of instruction to Phil Foden. Mourinho's frantically giving a signal, which I absolutely don't understand, but I'm sure the players do. Gundogan with the delivery. It's too close to Hugo Lloris, and it's easy for the Spurs keeper to come and claim. He flings it out immediately to Lamela. Again. What the fuck? Again, I don't get the Lamela. I just don't get Eric Lamela. I've never... he has flashes of brilliance, but then again, there's moments he goes full on Dejan Lovren, for want of a better phrase. It's... yeah, I don't get it. I don't see what he brings. Son was free there. There was a fairly simple ball up the line to him, and he took too long and then just ran out of pitch, basically. Bale is on the Spurs bench, yes. Well, at least he came out with a jacket on, let me put it that way. Laporte now. Nice ball between the lines to Gundogan, who has his ankles clipped, and that will be a free kick to Manchester City. Again, Højbjerg, this time guilty of the foul. Oh, you've done it again, Joe. Jason said, started watching you since the Villa game. Yeah, look, mate, it did bring a lot of eyes to it. And look, I'm glad that people like yourself looked past the little angry rants or whatever. And I hope you enjoy it, mate. And I'm grateful to have you with us. Ball switched out right-hand side. It's headed away this time by Ben Davies. And it'll go out for a City throw-in. I agree. I'd say City are winning the league. Unknown J13. I mean, I find it hard to see anyone stopping them at this rate. It certainly won't be Liverpool this season, unfortunately. Silva, nice break down the right hand side here for him. Cuts back inside. Tanganga does well with a clearance. Gundogan gets there though ahead of Lamela. Now it's Phil Foden. Ball backwards. Zinchenko, little 1-2 with Rodri. Zinchenko again. Goes out left hand side to Foden. Gundogan. He turns inside the penalty area. Waiting for some support. Again, Zinchenko goes on the overlap. But Gundogan decides to go back to Rodri. Rodri drifts past a couple of players now. Cancelo. Little dink ball to the back post. Sterling plays it off of Spurs. You're not going to get a penalty from there, mate. I mean, even if it does strike his hand, you're a yard and a half away from Ben Davies, and there's no way you can give a penalty for that. His arm was down by his side, and you were a yard and a half from him. There's no way you're getting a penalty for that, mate. Cancelo now. Davies steps in, puts it out. Snow starts to fall at the Etihad. 9 minutes to go to half time. Manchester City 1, Spurs 0. Will I be doing any Europa League matches? I think we're going to do the United game. Again, I'd have to check the schedule, mate. But I think the plan is to do the United game on Thursday in the Europa League. I'm already getting shivers down my spine at the potential prospect of that competition next season. Oh. Gundogan. Foden. Again, good defending by Tanganga, I think it was this time. And it goes out for another Manchester City corner. Foden a bit disappointed with himself. Felt that he could have picked out somebody across the 6-yard box. Yes, Arjun. I think definitely we City to win this game would be better for us, mate. Because we're in a top 4 race, not a title race. Ball in, headed away by Harry Kane. Bernardo Silva, back to Foden. Again, Rodri makes a run down the line. Gundogan. Ball in. Lamela has it. Bit of a scissors tackle on him that somehow Jesus got away with. And then Gabriel Jesus gets a free kick. I've got to be honest there. I thought the scissors tackle from Jesus should have been a free the other way. Lamela has the ball. How is that not a free kick to Spurs? Let's be fair. You know me, I'm calling it as I see it. The referee's had a bit of a mare there. That was a free kick the other way. I think you'll all agree with me there. Like, no doubt that Lamela did then go on to foul Jesus, but that was clearly a foul on Lamela. Should be a free to Spurs. I think the referee's had a mare there, to be honest with you. Right, you think your team's bad? I'm an Arsenal fan. I think, excuse me, just think of Arsenal. I'm a United fan if it helps. Sorry, Adam. Mate, look, I just like to concentrate on us and just want us to get back to winning ways. Again, the referee's coming across here to have a chat. I think with Hugo Lloris about something. Still about the Lamela incident, but he got that wrong, the ref. Let's be fair, he got it wrong. Our best player is Fabinho. He's one of them, but I wouldn't say he's the best player. I'd still say Van Dijk is our best player, if fit. 6 minutes to go here to half time, but Fabinho's amazing. Ball in, again, City go down looking for a penalty, but referee says it's a free kick to Spurs. I think he said João Cancelo guilty of the foul there. Anyway, it is a free kick to Spurs inside their own penalty area. Hi Craig, what are your thoughts on at Tactical Times Twitter account in directing you whilst praising Redmen TV? We should all stick together. I don't know who the fuck they are, to be honest. So, what's indirecting me whilst praising Redmen? I don't get it. I don't get what you like. What the indirecting me means, part. But look, I don't give a shit what anyone says about me, mate. They just want it for clout, clearly, because I don't even know who the fuck the Tactical Times are, to be quite honest with you. It sounds like a bit of a rip-off of the Tompkins Times, but, you know, I don't know, honestly. Look, people can say what they want about me. I can't stop them, and people should praise Redmen. Redmen do very good work. I've no problems with the lads at Redmen TV. But yeah, it's just another lad looking for clout, and they can all just kiss my arse. You know how I feel about it. You ain't getting any free publicity from me, so I don't mean you, by the way. Sorry, Darshan, I didn't mean you, buddy. Cancelo. Silva back inside to Rodri. Laporte. Zinchenko. Winksy, how are you, buddy? Lovely to see you in. Hope you're keeping well, fella. Yeah, Darshan, again, I haven't seen the tweet. I don't know what it's about, mate. But if I'm guessing, it's a little bit of arse licking, hoping to get a little bit of work at Redmen TV or something from whoever the fuck the Tactical Times are. Because, as I said, no idea. Sounds like the Tompkins Times to me. And Paul Tompkins, who I am friends with, is an absolute superstar, and somebody who I would talk football with for days on end. And he's a font of knowledge of all things Liverpool. But again, I have no idea who that account is. Oh, good block. Somebody there, pound like Mark Goldbridge. Seriously, mate. Whatever. You do realise, by the way, he's a friend of mine and draw he designed our set on Anfield agenda. So I don't give a fuck if you call me a Poundland Mark Goldbridge, mate. I'm still a pound more than you'll ever be worth, dickhead. Cancelo back to Jesus, who puts it over the bar. Son. Dyer. Dyer launches the ball out right hand side. Any chance, by the way, Darshan, just out of curiosity, mate, you could roughly let me know what they said, just so I'd have a fair context out of curiosity, because I'm not going to be arsed going searching for them. Davies. Sanchez. 2 minutes to go till half time here, plus whatever the referee adds on for stoppages. City lead by a goal to nil. Højbjerg. Again, folks, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. It's a quiet one tonight, but you know what? I don't mind these quiet ones. Let us all have a little chat. Cancelo. Rodri. Zinchenko. Back to Rodri. Zinchenko. Lamela dispossesses him. It's a poor ball. He tries to find Harry Kane, but it's intercepted by the backtracking Bernardo Silva. Now City have it right hand side. Just basically that you produce hyperbole AFTV type content compared to their rational analysis. Fair enough, they're entitled to whatever they want to say, to be fair. I might have a little look at half time. And look, there are all different styles of fan content, which is a good thing, but anybody that comes in to watch our channel on a nightly basis will know I'm a very level-headed guy that gives a very level-headed reply. You judge me based on a watch-along where we're all high and full of emotions. That's one snapshot of an entire channel. But again, I couldn't... People have far too much time on their hands, I swear to God. I wish I had so much free time to be going around chasing clout. I'm too busy grinding, trying to create a better life for my family to be worrying about other people's lives. You've got me interested now. I have to have a look at this. We're into additional time here. Of which there will be 1 minute. So we 45 seconds to go. Cancelo on the run here for City. Couple of step overs. Strike. Tying over the bar. Let's see if I can find these fellas. Half time here at the Etihad, folks. I'm reading what they've said, mate, and I don't see our name mentioned anywhere there. Yeah, I'm reading it and I don't see my name mentioned anywhere there, to be honest, mate. Yeah, again, don't see her name mentioned anywhere in there, mate, to be honest with you. So again, I don't like people, unless I've missed something, I don't like people trying to create incidents where there is no incidents. Has Klopp lost his kryptonite? There's a lot of stuff going on, mate. Obviously, he lost his mother, which, affects any human being. Let me stop this clock, by the way, sorry. Um, yeah, he's lost his mother. We're living in a COVID world where everybody's stressed. He's a family man as well. He wasn't able to go back to Germany to his mother's funeral, which would be devastating for any human being. And I know Pep lost his mother as well at the start of the pandemic, which, again, I can't imagine how much that must have hurt that man. Um, yeah, it's taken its toll, man, and it's difficult, but it really hurt to see him today. When he was asked the question about, do you concede the title, and he said yes, but like, the man's in pain. He needs time to grieve as well. And I love the man. I love him to bits, and I love what he's done for our football club and how he's transformed it. But yeah, it hurts. It hurts seeing him like that. Craig, do you think we should be able to hear the ref's microphone? In some instances, yes. Like, I like the idea of being able to hear what the communication is between the VAR room and the referee. And I wouldn't mind the referees maybe, explaining that decision like an NFL referee does for one quick second. But whether them to be mic'd up all the time, I don't know. But I would like the people at home to hear what's going on between the VAR hub and the ref, and then the ref to explain in the stadium in 2 quick seconds, like they do in the NFL, what happened. Right, what else we got? Just write the season off. Minimum is Europa League. I'm honestly, mate, I probably prefer no European football than the Europa League because it would allow us to just concentrate on next season. I mean, I want us to get Champions League football. Don't get me wrong, but oh god, the idea of the only positive you could ever take of a Europa League campaign is the possibility to bring through younger players in the group stages, and we've seen it work very well for Spurs, obviously with Harry Kane, and United have blooded some youngsters and that through the Europa League. Arsenal have done it as well, so there are small positives to be taken from it, but there's a load of headaches as well. The score is 1-0, Miles, and it was scored by Rodri. It was a penalty, mate. 22 minutes, I think it was, or 23 minutes. What chance percentage wise would you give Liverpool of the top four? I'm still optimistic, mate. I would say high 60s, 65, 70%, because I can't see how we can get any worse. And, we're still in there in the race, so surely we'll start to grind out wins and confidence will start to build back up. So I'm still confident of it, but not arrogantly confident. I just don't see how it can get much worse, to be fair. Best and worst memory as a Liverpool fan. Best the Barcelona game, being able to share that with everyone on YouTube. Even though I was in Istanbul, that was amazing. But worst, um, well, obviously Hillsborough. I remember Hillsborough. Like, I remember exactly where I was at that moment. Obviously it was in Ireland. I was in Ireland, but yeah, that moment, man. Obviously, just when the seriousness of what was unfolding dawned on me as a young man back then, like it was, yeah, that. Craig, as a United fan, you're brilliant. Don't let the haters bring you down. They won't bring me down, mate. I'm kind of learning because we've had a bit of exposure over the past few weeks and months, and I'm kind of learning that as we grow, more haters come with more kind people, and it's just for me about trying to just focus on what I can handle and control, which is the chat and the kind comments and the people that want to come on and interact with me and interact with our channels. And I'll always be respectful of people who come in to be respectful to us. But I've said this over and over again, and I'm going to repeat it once again. Whether it be AFTV or Mark or me or anyone, you can pick clips of all of us in our angriest moments and clip them up. But you don't see the other 88 minutes of a game where we're talking about what's going on, or we're praising our players, or you don't see after the game when we're breaking it down and talking about what I think we did wrong and stuff like that. You can make anyone look like a clown by putting... I'm never, ever, ever going to apologise for showing emotion when Liverpool are playing football, because that's the way I watch football at home. That's the way I'd be if I'm sitting on my sofa. And if people don't like that, then they're fresh out of fucking luck. It's as simple as that. Just piss off and watch elsewhere if you don't like it. I don't get the mindset of anyone who goes out of their way to start trying to slag people off, because, all they're really doing is giving free publicity. But again, I can't control these people. All I can do is me. Did I see Jurgen cry? Yes, and it broke my fucking heart, man. It broke my heart to see him upset. Last time you were in Europe, Van Gaal was my manager. That's a while ago, Joseph, mate. That's a while, pal. Ian Barron, how are you, buddy? Always nice to see our old fan from Darlington back in. Hope you're well. You still recovered from COVID. It's real. Stay well. I hope your recovery goes well, man. And I'm glad at least you're on the other side of it, mate, and you are recovering. So lots of love to you as always, Trolls and haters come with the territory. Just got to learn to adapt. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting better at it, but I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son who are internet savvy, of course, and see some of the stuff. When it hurts them at times, and I won't lie, it's hurt my wife on occasion, although she's a very strong-willed woman. It hurts her because she knows sometimes I come off a stream and I'm just mentally drained. It's. I think people that slag off YouTubers just don't understand the graft that all these guys put in. Like, for instance, AFTV and Mark, they didn't just become... Well, Mark's just there with United, but they didn't become million subscriber channels overnight. They became million subscriber channels after 7, 8, 9, whatever years of graft, putting it in for free, passion for their club, spending their own money on equipment, buying their own tech, giving up their own time, sacrificing families, sacrificing being able to sit back and relax and watch your club. So, to all the people that do hate on them, either they just, don't like that style of content, which is sound, or I don't know if they understand the industry. And again, I would have been somebody who probably didn't understand the industry of this type of fan content until 3 years ago when I started getting involved in it. So, yeah, I just think people should just live and let live. It's as simple as that. I just think they should just if you don't like something, don't watch it. If you do like something, watch it. I mean, I wouldn't surround myself in stuff that makes me angry and bitter, or that drives me insane. I'd just rather watch someone that makes me smile and stuff I enjoy. So, yeah, that's that. That's all I have to really say on it. You say don't respond then. It's very easy to sit back and say don't respond, though, when you're reading across multiple platforms every day, die of cancer, when's your next chemo, hope your kids die, egghead, nonce, all this type of stuff. When you read that over and over and you look at your Instagram DMs and it's there and it's there and it's there, we are only human, mate. I mean, every now and again we've got a right to bite back and pick a comment or two, and I try to deal with it in a humorous way when I do try to put people back down, but we've every fucking right to stand up for ourselves if we want to. So it's very easy to say just don't react, but we are human beings as well at the same time. No worries, Joseph. It's on, man. We put that shit behind us, pal. We're all good. You made me laugh, mate, and I needed a laugh after that Liverpool performance, man. So it's all good, buddy. All good. Kane, how are you, buddy? Said, well, Craig, how are you today? Man, I'm sicking with the performance. Same as you, buddy. I'm demoralised, and look, I'll be brutally honest, I did not want to come on and do another game, but I committed to do this game today, and I have to come on and grind it out and do the game. But I'd want to be just curled up in the ball on the sofa being pissed off, to be honest, about the result. But it is what it is, and I was more upset to see Jurgen upset, to be honest with you. How long have I had tattoos for? I got my first ones when I was like, my dad hated tattoos, so I didn't get any tattoos till after my dad passed away. And then I got a few shit ones, to be honest with you. So some of the stuff on my arms are cover ups of really bad old tattoos. But I got my first tattoo when I was 21, so I think 18 years ago. When's the preview coming out for the Leipzig match? And do I think the evolution of Thiago? Preview for the Leipzig game? God, haven't really thought that much through yet. Probably record it tomorrow, in all honesty. So it should. If I record it tomorrow, it'll be out tomorrow night. And Thiago, today he was crap. Today he was crap. But again, I feel that it's not fair to judge him till one, he's had a season under his belt, and two, he gets to play with the midfield that Klopp brought him in to play with, which we won't be able to do anytime soon. So again, I'm gonna hold back on my critiquing of him, like I would say of any player who comes into a new league. I mean, I've said it many times about opposition clubs players. I think you need a full season to acclimatise before you can be judged. Do I think Salah needs to work on his passing? If I don't know if you mean by if he's greedy or if you're actually meaning his passing's off, but I'd like to see Mo Salah put through the centre. I've said that before. I'd like to just see him play through the centre, and us to bring in somebody like a Rafinha or a Harvey Barnes or somebody of that style to play off the wing. Arab FC, how are you, pal? Yeah, you are going to win the league, mate. Yeah, I'd say you're fairly spot on with that. Do I think when Jota comes back we'll get back to scoring? I hope so. Still a couple of weeks away by the sounds of it, unfortunately. But all we can do, mate, is just, grind out a game at a time and see how we get on. His tackles are terrible, Dave. I agree with you. Michaela said, Craig, I've been in a bad mood today due to the loss, but watching you now makes me feel better. Thank you. Look, if I can help in any way, that's great. I'm glad I can make you feel a little bit better. Chronic Maths Debater. See, I had to pause there, mate. Said, it pisses me off how Klopp's going through one of the toughest points of his life, yet some Liverpool fans are demanding he's sacked. Pathetic fans, mate. I mean, people slag, we spoke earlier on about this hyperbole and some channels being hung out to dry and yada yada yada. Well, you'll never see me calling for Klopp out on my channel. You'll never see anybody on my channel calling for Klopp out, or on Connor's channel, or on our channel, or whatever you want to call it, because it wouldn't happen, because we idolise the man. The man brought us the Holy Grail. The man brought us the Champions League. The man brought us our first Club World Cup. So I absolutely agree with you. It breaks my heart to see what that man is going through, and I cannot imagine being unable to travel for my own mother's funeral. And to anybody throughout the world who was unable to attend the funeral of a loved one because of COVID, my sincere condolences to everybody on that. So yeah, man, it's just, I would like to say they're not people who I would class as Liverpool fans. I think a lot of them are just bullshit artists, to be fair, or people just throwing their toys out of the pram with overreactions. Maroof said, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I love and respect Klopp. Yeah, and that's fair, mate. I mean, I look around, Everton, our biggest, fiercest rivals along with Manchester United, and I look at their manager, Carlo Ancelotti, and I've got nothing but respect for the man, because how could I not? Look what he's achieved in the game. Corey said, alright Craig, hope you're well. As a City supporter, I'm very nervous for this game, and Liverpool will be back stronger next season. It happened to City. Yeah, I hope we'll be back stronger as well, mate, but I think you're controlling this game well enough. It's just, Spurs are going to try and either get something from a set piece or on a quick counter. So if I'm Pep Guardiola now, I'm telling those players to get out there and get the second as quickly as you can. Spurs are about to make a change now. It looks like Sissoko's going to come on. I would imagine. I've no idea who it's for, but Lamela had his shit first half, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's him, but let's wait and see. Right, City are coming out now. We're getting ready for the second half. As always, folks, I will try my best to take you through it. What partnership I think will happen on Tuesday? Probably the same one that we've seen today, to be honest with you, mate. Although I'd still rather have played Nat Phillips or somebody. I'd rather play 27 or 17. Who was 27? Who went off for Spurs? Was it Lucas Moura? Who wears 27 for Spurs? Yeah, it was Lucas Moura that went off to be replaced by Sissoko. Benjamin said, I'm not Klopp out, but I do question some of his team selections. And I'm the same, mate. I mean, and I think that's spot on. Nothing wrong with critiquing somebody, mate. That's absolutely fine. Right, we're back on the way anyway, and Craig's forgot the clock, so clock, Craig, clock, quick, clock, second half clock, there you go. Look, I'm only 14 seconds off. Ball back now with Dyer. Lloris back out to Eric Dyer. Dyer tries a long ball into that left channel to Son, who brings it down well. John Stones right beside him though. Son does well to keep possession for Spurs, cuts inside. Rolls the ball back to Højbjerg. Højbjerg now out right hand side. Lamela. Back to Sanchez. Sissoko. Flicks it out left hand side to Davies, who seems to have pushed a little bit further forward. Again back with Højbjerg. Spurs definitely seem to want to be a bit more on the front foot in this second half. I'm not doing, Adam, I'm not giving any top 4 predictions at the minute, mate. I'm too afraid to. Højbjerg. I noticed our friend who was trying to stir shit between me and that Tactical Times crowd hasn't commented in a while, because I went and read the thread and didn't see our name mentioned anywhere in it. Cheers, Mohammed. Really appreciate your support, pal. Sanchez. Back to Dyer. Dyer goes out left hand side again to Ben Davies. He cuts back in. Højbjerg. Nice ball between the lines to Lamela. He's got a bit of space to run into now. He's got options left and right. Chooses the wrong one and it's intercepted by Zinchenko. Rodri. Laporte. Tries a long ball towards Phil Foden. A few ricochets. Tanganga does well, wins it back for Spurs, and now it's with Eric Dyer. You can certainly see this little shift in Spurs' attitude here in the second half. Sissoko breaks the first challenge. Ball to Lamela, who again gives it away. He's been absolutely shocking today for Spurs, Lamela. Yeah, the only substitute was Lucas Moura to be replaced by Sissoko. That was the only change that I've seen at half time. Cancelo. Sterling. Back to João Cancelo. John Stones now carries it forward. Ball inside. Laporte. He goes out wide left to Phil Foden. It's again good defending by young Tanganga, a right back for Spurs, and it ends up in a Spurs throw-in. Ball up the line. Kane tries to bring it down but can't quite. It's again hooked away by the City defence. Eric Dyer's underneath it. He heads the ball back forward. Bernardo Silva switches it out to Raheem Sterling. Sterling now, he's one-on-one with Davies. Cuts inside. Sterling. He's running out of pitch. Gives it to Foden. Gundogan. Still Sterling. Cuts inside. Lovely little ball to Gundogan. It's 2-0. Again, Hugo Lloris should have done better, but it was a lovely bit of interplay between Raheem Sterling and Gundogan. And Gundogan's good goal scoring form continues on its 2-0 to Manchester City. It was really good play. Raheem Sterling picked up the ball. He ran across the 18-yard box. You think he's ran out of space. He then gives it to Phil Foden. Foden cuts back inside. Gives it to Foden. Foden cuts back in. Gives the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan gives it to Sterling. Gundogan carries on his run. Sterling rolls it into him. One touch, bang, and it's past Lloris. But again, if you're a Spurs fan, you've got to question the goalkeeping there. Gundogan doesn't give a shite, neither would any Manchester City fans. They're 2-0 up. And it was a very well worked move. You got to give credit. Good interplay in and around the penalty area from Sterling, Foden and Gundogan. How bad will United beat West Bromwich Albion, do you think? Oh, it could be anything. Honestly, mate, that could be anything. That could be an absolute massacre, that game. Did Klopp cry in the press conference? It's tough to say. He did rub his nose a bit like this, and he was certainly upset. But, you know, I can't say if the man shed a tear or not, but he looked, it was written all over his face. He just needs a break, a rest, God bless him. He's absolutely shattered. Davies now. Son. Lamella. Back out to Son. Ricochets off him then and goes out for Manchester City goal kick. Who scored? First goal, Rodri, penalty. Second goal, Gundogan, with the assist from Raheem Sterling. Do I hate Bernardo Silva? I don't hate him. I don't hate anyone really. I think he could have been a bit more respectful in the guard of honour. But other than that, no, I don't hate the lad. I mean, I accept that he's a very good footballer, but no, I don't hate him. Why would I hate him? I don't really hate anybody, mate. I don't have much time in my life for hate, but he wouldn't be my most favourite. I'd say that to you. Lamella, back inside now to Højbjerg. 7 minutes gone in the second half here at the Etihad. It's Manchester City 2, Spurs 0. Where do I get your haircut? At your house, mate. You can infer from that whatever you want, Michael. Infer from that whatever you want, princess. Where do you get your fake profile from, Michael? You know, the one where you're afraid to put a picture of yourself in because you're a little bitch? Where'd you get that from? Do you mind me asking, or... No? No, Michael, no? Okay. You had your opportunity there, mate. See ya. Enjoy yourself. Sanchez. Laporte. Maximus Decimus Meridius. I'd say you're right, mate, with your comment. City looking playing like champions. I think that's a fair comment. Thanks, Liam, for slapping in that GoFundMe link, mate, to that young man who's in need of a liver transplant. Again, Foden, little 1-2 in the penalty area. Still has it left hand side. Zinchenko. Zinchenko rolls the ball across. Stones. He goes out right hand side. Jesus. Sterling. Where's Gabriel Jesus in the middle? Sterling inside. John Stones. He's forced into an error. It'll be a Spurs throw in left hand side. Liverpool will be back. Great club. Cheers, pal. Appreciate that. But look, credit where it's due. You're on some roll this season, and as I've always said, you don't win league titles by accident, mate. You win them by grinding out wins, and I'm somebody that likes to give respect as and when it's earned, mate. And you know, the battle between Liverpool and City, the points totals they've both put up in recent years has been ridiculous. Like, imagine losing a league title with 97 points. Like, imagine that. Like, yeah, it's mad. And then we won it, of course, with 99. City have had their 100, and it's mad. The point totals have been crazy. Do I think FSG should sell the club? If we don't have a big summer, It's a really in-depth question, mate, that I would need probably 15 minutes to answer properly. Short answer, no. Long answer, another day. But I do agree with you that we definitely need to refresh in the summer, and Klopp needs to be backed. I would agree with what Chahamad has said there. I like City players. I like the City fans, most of them, yeah. And I just hate their business. I would agree with a lot of that, mate, to be fair. That's kind of how I feel about City as well. Can't argue with that you said there, Nabs, mate. Those keepers all made massive mistakes. Why did you boot him out, Red Ryan? He was just having a bit of banter. He's a dickhead, but he's just having a bit of banter. 6-2 away to what? 6-0 away to Watford, said Russell. Who will you support, Russell? Bradley, how are you, mate? Hi, Craig. Hope you're well. Do you think Kane should leave Spurs to have a successful career? I think he'll be asking himself that question. Excuse me, himself that question at some point. Yes, because look, let's be honest. Is he going to win major trophies? I mean, they're in the League Cup final, aren't they? Against their opponents today. And if this is something to go by, it'll probably be a relatively straightforward afternoon for City. Yes, is the answer. I think he should, mate. I wonder how Kabak feels right now. He was out of position on the third goal, but at that point, mate, we'd already started capitulating. And the Alisson incident, second goal was 100% down to the goalkeeper, mate. The centre back, Kabak was watching that ball right onto his foot, and then Alisson didn't give him a shout, came out of nowhere, and that's completely down to the keeper. Keeper's got to call that and take everything, man and ball. Foden now, left hand side. Goes past a couple of tackles, goes to ground. Referee says play on. Lamela has it back now for Spurs. And does what he's done all game, which is give the ball away. Rodri. Gundogan. Zinchenko. Cheers, Nabs. Appreciate that, pal. Appreciate the kind words, fella. Stones. Jesus. Bernardo Silva. He switches it across to Zinchenko. Zinchenko now. Ball between the lines to Gundogan. He goes out right hand side again. This time it's João Cancelo. Raheem Sterling. Sterling goes in a little burst down the line. Puts in a cross. Foden pulls it back. Bernardo Silva couldn't bring it under control, and it ends up being cleared by Spurs. Kane now cuts inside past two City players, looking for support. Plays a nice ball, nice reverse ball left hand side. Strike deflected straight into the arms of Ederson. Good bit of work from John Stones there to block the shot from Ndombele, and it ended up straight into the hands of Ederson. City now on the attack. Rodri switches it back across to Gundogan. Little flick over the head of Lamela to him, to Bernardo Silva. Now it's Gabriel Jesus left hand side. He drops it back to Zinchenko. Silva. There aren't many teams better than Manchester City when they have a lead of making you run like fuck and tiring you out by moving the ball around. There are very few sides that do it better than City, in fairness. So yeah, if I'm one of those Spurs players now, this last half hour is going to be a long half hour. Lamela does well, rides the first challenge of Zinchenko. Now it's all about options. And he turns back, goes back to the halfway line and gives it to Dyer. Dyer now carries the ball forward. Gives it back to Ben Davies, and Manchester City get 2 banks to 4 back behind the ball. Again, not great from Lamela. Oh, I can't wait for Usman versus Burns later. Oh, I'm all over that, folks. I've been looking forward to that all week. I do love to see some aggression taken out. Celtic or Rangers, neither, man. I don't watch Scottish football. If I had to pick, I'd go with Aberdeen, to be honest. Again, Zinchenko heads the ball back to Ederson. An hour gone here, folks. 2-0 to Manchester City, and they're good value for their lead. Laporte to João Cancelo. Out to Bernardo Silva. Back to Cancelo. We hit the hour mark here. Will I be getting up at 3? Getting up? Mate, I don't go to bed till about 7. So I'll be up at that time. I'll probably be honestly, I'm not even joking when I say this, I'll have probably had my dinner about an hour beforehand. I usually have my dinner about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I only eat once a day. I know it doesn't look like it, looking at me, but I genuinely do only eat once a day. Gundogan, ball inside to Bernardo Silva. He switches the ball across. Cancelo. Sterling. Again, good work by him down that right wing. Ghost past a couple of players, and then he's well dispossessed. Good challenge by Davinson Sanchez. Alan's a Man United fan here. Hope you come back good soon. It's a better league when you're challenging for it. We can jeer you when you lose then. Much love. Cheers, Alan. Appreciate that, man. Look, yeah, I expect the banter, pal. And right back to you. Hope you have a cracking weekend, lad. Craig, do I like any Irish teams? Or Craig, do you like any Irish teams? I'm kind of, where I live right now is in a weird kind of, I'm in between a load of clubs, but not one really within 40 minutes drive of me. I grew up really close to the Carlisle grounds, which is where Bray Wanderers play, and when I was under 8s playing football, under 8s and under 9s, my team played in the Wicklow League and then moved into the Dublin League. So I played 3 cup finals in the Carlisle grounds and lost them all, by the way. So Bray Wanderers has always had a special place for me just because of where it was hosting my home. But probably a lot of my family would be Shelbourne fans. Rodri. Cancelo tries a little flick over the top. Ben Davies has it now. Again, he launches a ball upfield, but it's a nothing ball. There's not much Harry Kane can do with that if it's one man up against 4 City defenders. Ben said, fell for you today, Craig, not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong, brilliant content, but still harsh. If it's about the banter at mate, I didn't read much of it today, to be honest, but the result is the only thing that got to me today, man. And Klopp, of course, being upset. But yeah, it was a shitty one. It really was. Just to go from playing well, which we did for a long while, got the opening goal, which was a great goal, and then, as you know, just complete capitulation and embarrassing, unfortunately. No, quite like Shells. Yeah, they're a good few of my uncles would be Shelbourne fans. Spurs making another change. It's Ndombele now coming off to be replaced by, who is it that's coming on? I didn't actually get to see. I just seen him taking his stuff off. Oh, Dele Alli. Dele Alli's coming on. What county did you live when you were in Ireland? I'm in Ireland, mate. I live in Ireland. I was born in Dublin, and I now live in Wexford. So the southeast of Ireland, if you know Ireland well. Only about an hour's drive from where I grew up, to be fair. Hoiberg. Lamella. To Kane. Again though, look, it's just City players everywhere. Tanganga has it right hand side. He's eventually dispossessed by Foden. Trips him, and that'll be a free kick to Manchester City. I don't know what Kane's complaining about. It was an obvious free kick. Where in Dublin? Well, you're Blackrock, so not too far if that's Blackrock. I don't know if that's Blackrock in Cork or Blackrock. In Shankill, mate, is the long and short answer. But if you are from Blackrock in Dublin, spent many a night in Stradbrook Disco, mate, when I was younger. Did I play professional football? No. I played at a high level as a youngster, but never made it as a professional footballer, no. Love Wexford. It's a cracking place to live, mate. I mean, yes, I've made no secret of the fact that I want to move out of Ireland to wrong way, Craig. Sorry, to a warmer climate, but that's for mental health reasons and physical reasons. But yeah, Wexford's a great place to live. Am I a Conor McGregor fan? I'm a fan for yes and no. Obviously, I don't like some of his antics, but you got to admire a man who went from being on the dole to, you know, getting $100 million fight with Floyd Mayweather and starting his own whiskey business. So yes, I am. I do admire him. But oh, Gundogan's in again. It's three. Gundogan's got another one. Gundogan's on fire. He's on the double again. Like City playing like champions, celebrating like they know what a big win this is again. I think the assist by Ederson, I think it was all the way, one long ball straight over the top. Ederson's delighted with himself. And it's 3-0 to Manchester City. I'll talk you through the goal before I change the score. So the ball does go back to Ederson. And it's a long, long ball. And Gundogan runs, turns Davinson Sanchez inside out and then slots it past Hugo Lloris. But again, it's just one long ball over the top, a little bit of pressure from Gundogan and then a very good finish. The man's in the form of his life right now and playing absolutely fantastic football. 3-0 to Manchester City. And you've got to say that they're good value for this 3-0 as well. City players all go back to Ederson to congratulate him for his assist. I'm sure any FPL players that have him in their team would be happy with that one as well. Ben said, I know this result was probably expected, but Jose is close to going soon. I've seen some Spurs fans that were really happy when Mourinho came into the club and, you know, expected and hoped that they'd win a trophy. But I do not like his style of football. I just don't like it. I know, look, I won't knock the man. He's achieved an awful lot in his career and nobody can ever deny that. But I don't know if it's unfair to say football has passed him by, but whatever his style is at the minute, it ain't working. And it's not for me to be critical of someone that's achieved as much as Mourinho, but I wouldn't like him managing my team because I couldn't watch the football. Benitez at times, we played some very defensive stuff in Europe and ground out some 1-0 wins, but that was, Gundogan's down now with an injury actually. But that was getting results. Mourinho, I don't see him getting the same level of success. I think he's always been a little bit bitter that he didn't get the Liverpool job when it was between himself and Rafa Benitez that Rafa got the nod. Gundogan, I think it's a groin strain here by the looks of it. Guardiola just giving some instructions now to Phil Foden. I mean, again, I'm somebody that calls it as it is, and Gundogan is just, he's just unplayable at the minute. You just got to just tip your hat to the man and say, well played, sir, well played. You know, if you're a City fan right now, you're hoping that's nothing too serious. I mean, I wonder if Mourinho, I've said this before, I wonder if Ferran Torres now has come on and replaced Gundogan. I wonder if he'll fancy the Portuguese national job at some point in the future. Player of the year so far. Oh God, that's a difficult one. Ederson just kicked the ball, it bounced off a Spurs player and nearly went straight back over his head, but he just about grabbed it. This is a really tough question. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to boot this dickhead out. Nabs, I thought we'd sorted all this out, mate. I thought we were sound, and now there's fake scores coming in. Bernardo Silva. Back to Zinchenko. Bizarre that they always think you're bald. Look, mate, I've explained it 5,000 times to people. I ain't bald. My wife hates me having hair. I feel scruffy with hair. But whatever, like, I shave my head. My choice, my hair, my way, my life. And, you know, if someone says bald, it is like the laziest fucking slagging in the world. Just somebody who's got no, it's got no banter about them, to be fair. There's so many other things to slag me about. The Dara O'Brien lookalike, the guy, the Mega Bus Man, Humpty Dumpty. What else we had? B-Tech Bates and Uncle Fester, the White Malteser, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Probably a few more as well that I've forgotten. Ball in. Højbjerg clears. Kane gives it straight back though to Phil Foden. Foden with a strike straight at Hugo Lloris. Craig, if you get hair out, they'd be saying you scruffy. Oh, I couldn't live with it, man. Honestly, I feel like a scruffy git with hair. Ball in the right channel. Again, too easy. It's intercepted this time by Dyer. Doberlord said, love from the People's Republic, even as a United fan. You, my friend, help me more than you'll ever know. The welcome down south is always here. The welcome down south? Where are you, buddy, if you don't mind me asking? Cork, I'm gathering. Is it? Cork? The Philid of Munster? Yeah, I'm going to be down in Cork actually at some point, if it is Cork, by the way. And thank you for the super chat. Interviewing Gary Spike O'Sullivan, who I've gotten to know over the last couple of years as well. And I'll be down there interviewing him for one of our channels at some point. And again, yeah, just thank you, mate. Appreciate the support. It means a lot. Bale coming on now for Lamela, who, let's be fair, he hasn't had a great game, Eric Lamela. Where would I like to live if I could move right now? Texas or Florida, but the likelihood is that the most likely place for us to move would probably be somewhere in like the Dubai region, somewhere like that, mate. Especially if Anfield Agenda is going to become a full-time job and a business, it's probably a good place to set up a tech business. And again, the time difference isn't too bad, but I've always wanted to live in Florida or Texas, mate. I mean, I've made no secret of it. I just don't think I'd get a visa in America, and the health insurance costs scare the shit out of me. Philip Hunt, always nice to see you in again, buddy. Said, still reckon we get top four. Chelsea, United, Leicester have hard games coming up. Their final four games is against each other. I'm with you, Philip. I'm still confident, mate, but, you know, I just keep telling myself we can't get much worse. That's all I keep saying to myself, man. Title race is well over, Jeff. Yeah, totally over, man. Our title race is done and dusted. We're 100 away from 12k, folks. So look, I don't know how many of you are watching that haven't subscribed yet. If you have a chance, please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. You are from Cork. I thought it might have been. Yeah, as I said, I'll be down there interviewing Gary Spike O'Sullivan at some point in the future. Obviously, we just got to get this COVID nonsense out of the way and get us all back to some form of normality. Your granddad was from Texas. Nice one, Kate. Yeah, we've been to Florida like 6 or 7 times as a family, and we're probably gonna head back to America at the end of this year on a holiday because we haven't had one for the last year and a half like anybody else. So we'll hopefully be heading back stateside. I mean, Anfield Agenda are going to be over in, I think, California and Phoenix, hopefully, in late October. But yeah, family are hoping to get over to Florida or Texas in November or December. Alan, I'm in Gorey as well, pal. I'm in Gorey myself, buddy. Great little town to live in. I love it. Limerick's in the house. Michael, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Dave Smith, always lovely to see you in the chat, buddy. You can't be the US. I wouldn't live anywhere else if I could move to America. Yeah, I mean, America's where I want to live, mate. I've made no secret of that for a few reasons. But I don't think we'll get a visa, and I don't think that the health insurance costs, I don't know, which is just sound astronomical. So maybe Dubai. Let's wait and see what happens. Jesus now. 15 minutes to go at the Etihad. 3-0 to Manchester City. Aaron said Florida was class when I was there. I love it, mate. I absolutely love it over there. That's why we go back as many times as we can. It's a great place. So much to do, so much to explore. Yeah, I love it over there. Nabs, all good, man. All good. We just don't like people spamming, mate. That's all. Bernardo Silva. Throw into Spurs. Bale wins him a throw left hand side. You looking to go full time on Anfield Agenda? Yeah, mate. We're yeah. It's the short answer is yes. Connor's pretty much full time at it. I'm not, but I'm hoping by the end of the summer, the 100k threshold is going to be big for us for a few reasons. Algorithm, obviously giving you more clout when you're talking to sponsors and stuff like that. So it's just keep the pedal to the metal on Anfield Agenda. Get to the end of the season, see where we end up, and hopefully, maybe by the start of next season, this could be my job, which would be a very proud moment. Oh, and it'll be great to ram it back down all those trolls' throats as well. I'm not gonna lie. Some of that anger does fuel me at times when I'm tired, when I don't want to do streams. Um, Sometimes I do look at a few trolling comments just to remind me why I'm doing this and to give my family a better life. And yeah, I do get fueled by anger a bit. I won't lie. Corey said, Craig, hope you well. Love the podcast. If you don't mind me asking, when's the next one? We're recording on Tuesday. I've loads of stuff coming up, mate, over the next week. I've got the Irish guy from HITC. He's going to be coming on. We're going to be recording a chat together on Wednesday, which I cannot wait. The levels of fun that's going to be involved, and that'll be great to have a chat with him. Tugden and Tugdad, I'm trying to tie down a date that suits them to record a video with them as well. So I think Tuesday for the podcast, should be out on Wednesday then. Free kick by City. Laporte gets on the end of it, but he can't steer his header down. When you get trolls, you know you're doing something right. That's a fair point, yeah. It is. Will I watch Ireland tomorrow? It depends. I've got some work to do. If I get time, Colin, yeah, of course. I've got some stuff to do tomorrow. I'm doing the Leeds Arsenal game, or the Arsenal Leeds game on here, and I have a few other bits and pieces to do behind the scenes as well. Anfield Agenda crossed by HITC Sport. That's crazy. It's crazy and it's great, and fair play to him for agreeing to come on. And look, if you didn't get a chance, I did an interview with Jack Mate recently as well, and he is an absolute legend. And I had great fun chatting with him, so maybe check that out on Anfield Agenda if you have time. Wish you best of luck going full time. Cheers. It is a huge, huge gamble, mate, but I think I've got to back myself fully at some point in life, and if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. Again, I've always said from day one, I just want us to I just want to enjoy what we do. I just want to meet new people. I want to interact with fans from around the world. And if I can somehow earn a living from playing football, watching football and talking about sport, then yeah, that'll be amazing. That's the dream. Son's down here. Yeah, it's one of those injuries. I think he might have, I'm just looking at a replay. Both players kicked the ball, kind of caught it at the same time. You wonder if he just opened up his knee joint or something a little bit, but he seems to be holding his lower leg. Now, first and foremost here, you want to make sure that Son's okay. Riyad Mahrez coming on now for Manchester City. I mean, what a great player to be able to bring off the bench there. But again, Gabriel Jesus was the player he's replacing. You just want to make sure that Son's okay. I hate seeing any player injured. It definitely seems to be his right leg, maybe just on his ankle, just above his ankle. Sorry, trying to get through some more of your comments here. How much you earning on average? That's a whole lot of none of your business, mate, to be honest with you. Yeah, do I ask you how much you earn, mate? I don't mean to be rude, but there's a lot of stuff I'm willing to talk about, pal. But you know, finances are private. I don't want to tell you what my family's revenue is. That's my own business. Not enough, said Crosby. Yeah, there you go. Certainly not what some people think you make. I mean, to make a living from YouTube alone is, oh, Bale nearly pulled him back, forces safe medicine. It's very difficult. Like I'd say, you need sponsors and you need other brand deals. You're never really gonna live off YouTube, what YouTube pay for ads and stuff, mate. It's not great, to be honest with you. So I'll give you an example. Our biggest video is 300, the Aston Villa clips, the 7-2 clip. That's our biggest video on the channel. I think it's had 330,000 views of it, and our total revenue from that was like $518. And that's our biggest ever video. Goal kick to Manchester City. My streaming PSG Barcelona I can't make because Liverpool are playing at the same time, so we'll be doing the Liverpool game. Who's Oxmall? Well, wish him a happy birthday nonetheless. If it is his birthday, happy birthday. Craig's a millionaire, obviously. Saw the drive in the Lamborghini down the quays the other week. Yeah, actually, you know what I drive. I've said it quite a lot of times. I drive a 2011 Renault Megane 1.5 diesel estate. Will I do a video with Mark soon? I don't know. We're not playing United anytime soon, so I usually catch up with Mark. I mean, I have a call scheduled with Mark for something else, at some point in the next week. But that's just looking for a little bit of advice from him over something. But no, I don't think there's anything planned. Craig, don't YouTube take 30% of it? They take at least 30%, mate, of any super chats, any memberships, any super stickers. It depends what device you are. It depends what part of the world you're in. It depends on loads of stuff. But they take between 30 and 40% of every super chat and every membership and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they take a nice chunk. Foden. It was Torres actually, Craig. That was how much attention I've been paying this games. How did I meet Mark? And did he get in touch? He jumped in our chat one time. I think we were on about 2,500 subs, and Mark jumped in our chat one time, and just kind of communicated a bit back and forth from then. And he's been very, very, very helpful to us. Himself and Drawdy, and they've been like mentors to us. In all honesty, they've been class. Muzamil Rashid, thank you for the super chat, my friend. That'll put a drop of diesel in the Lambo. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Why would a Lambo be diesel though, Craig? It'd be clearly petrol, mate. Get your shit together. That tells you how lack of supercarish my life is. Although, to be fair, I did do a stream when I did the video with Jack, mate. We were comparing our supercars, and mine came out on top. My 2011 Renault Megane squashed his 2003 Toyota Yaris. So, I am balling in that sense. A large slice. It's at least 30%, Anthony. Sometimes it works out more, mate. Cleared here. What do I think of Kevin Friend, Mark's worst enemy? Well, my Kevin Friend would be Martin Atkinson, to be honest with you. Nothing wrong with her, Anna McGann, mate. She served me fine. Yeah, nothing wrong with her. Still going strong. It's been a good value card. I'll say that. She's earned her keep. If you could have any player in the prime back at Liverpool, who would it be? Gerrard. Imagine Gerrard in behind our front three. Ooh. What went wrong against Leicester? I'm still scratching my head, buddy, trying to figure that out. Again, though, don't want to take that away from Leicester. Leicester smelled blood and they went and finished the game off. So full credit to Brendan Rodgers and Leicester City. But God, from our point of view, just seeing that capitulation again, it's worrying when it happens 2 weeks in a row. Foden switch the ball out to Raheem Sterling here, right hand side. Sterling up against Dyer, flicks it back. It's behind Højbjerg, but Dele Alli gets there, gets a touch in it and plays it to Son. Good to see Son's back on his feet and playing again, by the way. Good to see he didn't have a serious injury. Do I do anything on the side? Not really, no. No, trying to make a real go of this, mate. Trying to get as much content out as we can. So yeah, no. To be honest, I'm a really boring person. Honestly, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out. And when I mean I don't go out, I mean I fucking don't leave the house. I've left the house 7 times now since last March. I just like my holiday once a year with the family, which takes me about a month of prep work with the psychologist and stuff to get ready for it to even go on a holiday. So yeah, no, I just want to try and make a living of this, man. Just want to keep grinding. Thank you very much, Abhinav. Thank you. You friends with Mark Goldbridge? Yes. Me and Mark message on WhatsApp a couple of times a week, and we do videos together whenever Liverpool are playing United. And weirdly, because of the pandemic and stuff, I haven't actually gotten to sit down and physically meet Mark yet. Supposed to meet when he was in Dublin, but that was cancelled because of the pandemic. And I'm sure we'll do something together in person when you know the world allows. But yeah, he's a friend of ours for sure. He's been like a mentor to me on this. I've always turned to Mark for advice, and he's always given it to me, and I'll be forever grateful for that. Sterling, and by the way, people, he is one of the good guys. Genuinely, he's a very good fella. Has YouTube made me a better person? 100%. Absolutely, mate. I was a lot angrier back at the start, definitely, and learning to interact and to not take everything to heart and to be less defensive at times, and 100% made me a better person. Absolutely. It's made me a better person, it's made me a better father, and it's made me a better husband. It's made me a lot more self-aware. Yeah, and I've learned a lot from our subscribers as well. Sterling now, left-hand side. Again, Davison Sanchez gets back and puts it out. Can I speak Gaelic? No, I can't. Did somebody ask how tall am I? 5'10". 5'10". You weren't far off, Dave. You're about an inch off, mate. 5'10". Jack Gill is an amazing sub-host. Respect to him. Yep, you're going to be seeing a lot more of Jack. Jack's going to be our second host on the channel. Anything, me and Jack will be splitting stuff, and Jack will be doing some stuff on Mundo Sporto, and yeah, you'll see a lot more of Jack Gill, and I'm just glad we can give him the platform, because he's studying journalism in university, and he's a damn nice lad. 1 inch, not bad. That's what she said, Dave. Come on, you couldn't, mate. You couldn't. Sterling, saved by Hugo Lloris this time. Sorry, Dave. It was too easy. I had to go there. Bale now trying to counter-attack for Spurs down this left-hand channel. He fires a hopeful ball towards Dele Alli, but Zinchenko heads it down. And it's back with Rodri in midfield. Lloris spreads it out right hand side. We are into the final minute of normal time here. Manchester City again just putting that exclamation point, or that dot, or they're underlining their credentials as champions elect by the looks of it. And fair play. They've again been very, very good and made Spurs look very average at times, and you got to give them credit. Alisson or Lloris, they're not even in the same ballpark, mate. Yes, Alisson's made some mistakes, but yeah, Lloris has been amazing on his day, but he's had way too many iffy games for my liking. Do I speak to expressions? Yeah, I've had expressions on a few times, mate. I've done some filming with them as well in London, and I've had expressions on a few times. Yeah. Again, somebody I chat with on WhatsApp every now and again as well. Son goes down the line right hand side. Again, Zinchenko comes across and it's a corner for Spurs. 3 minutes of additional time were added on by the referee. Am I streaming the UFC? No, mate, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to take the rest of the night off and chill with the family, watch some TV, and then watch the UFC later on. Do I watch 442s? I do, and I'm still waiting for my cameo appearance on there someday. I'm always hoping that someday I'll make it on there. Do I think the Merseyside derby's underrated? No, not at all. I mean, I'm expecting a very feisty one next Saturday, to be honest with you. 2 minutes here to go. Ben Davies picks up a yellow card for Spurs. And look, again, if you have enjoyed it, folks, please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already before you head off. And appreciate you being with us. It's been a quiet one, but you know I enjoy the quiet ones as well. I saw you on Thogden's channel. Cheers. I hope it came across okay, Katie. It was lovely to be asked to do the video, and yeah, I'm gonna have Thogden and Thog Dad on Anfield Agenda for a chat soon, which would be great. Love watching you say hello to Sid. I don't know who the fuck Sid is, but okay, fair enough. Oh, we definitely have to beat Everton, mate. That's a minimum at this point. Like, I mean, of all the shit we've gone through in recent weeks, if we can't get ourselves up for that game, we should be completely fired up for that game. Ball towards the back post again. This time it's cleared, but it falls as far as Mahrez. Oh, some beautiful footwork. It just didn't fall from. It was a lovely drag back in the box there from Mahrez, but Spurs just about get it away. Do you have a worry about Everton finishing above you? No, they won't. We've almost had the 3 minutes. How would I fix the English refereeing problems? Good question. I like the idea of bringing in referees from all around Europe and kind of giving them experience in every league. And that way, you know, referees will get used to different cultures. When we play in Europe, players will know what to get used to. Anyway, we're all over here. Manchester City have beaten Spurs by 3-0. Very convincing win for Pep Guardiola's team. A very well-deserved win as well. Credit to them. Manchester City celebrating. They know again that this is another step for them towards the Premier League title. And credit where it's due. It was a very good performance and a very good victory. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go and spend some time with the family and go and dig a hole in the back garden to scream into, because I'm still frustrated over our performance earlier. But I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Thank you for being with me. Hit that subscribe button before you head off, and